Kutia Kandha, a primitive tribe inhabiting in the remote hills of Eastern Ghats in Tumilibandha and the Kotagar blocks of Kandhamal and Pulbani districts of Odisha. You can observe here the Eastern Ghats we are traveling, which is well known for the rich flora and fauna and also for the Naxalites. Our journey started in the early morning and we are planned to reach before sunset, otherwise there is a problem from the Naxalites. The core area where the Kutia Kondh are inhabiting in and around Belgaum town. According to the survey conducted by the Kutia Kondh Development Agency in the year 1990, the Kutia Kondh population was inhabiting in 68 villages having 1025 families with a population of 4090. The sex ratio was 1092 females for 1000 males.
This is the Man in Search of Man series. In search of Kutia Kondh, I have started from journey 3 days back from Pondicherry. I came to Vizag to Raigada. From Raigada to this place, it took me for 3 days and 3 nights. And from Raigada, I have taken a jeep. From that jeep, we have traveled here for 350 kilometers. I walked for about 3 kilometers for about 1 hour and I reached the Kutia Kondh. That is, I am successful in search of man, a Kutia Kondh. Finally, I find the Kutia Kondh person. You can see the physical features of this man. He is a real Kutia Kondh with the original physical characteristics. You can see here the head circumference, the nose, depth of the nose, broadness, eyelids, and the lips. We can see here the difference, and the prognathism is one of the main characteristics here. You can see the prognathism here. That is one of the main characteristics of these people. And you can see the ear lobe, and used to have the ear lobe attachment, the nose, the lip. You can focus on this lip. You can see the lip. That is a prognathism, shows that the lower jaw came out. And his physical characteristics, you can see here the hands, how hard they are working. See his hands. See, it shows the podu cultivation and way of life they are doing here. Oh my God, it is really amazing. See this, the fingers, how it has gone, how it has been damaged. So he is doing podu cultivation. His livelihood is depending on the substance of food gathering, hunting and podu cultivation. He is living a hard life.
It is observed that Kutia Kondh belongs to a major section of the Kandha tribe. They speak Kui, a Dravidian language. Kutia Kondh identify themselves as Kuyinju. The dress of men and women are very simple. Men put on a small piece of linen cloth. Gradually, they have started wearing dhotis, shirts, banians, etc. The dress of a traditional woman is very simple. It is self-made short, unstitched clothing, made up of a cloth. It is being wound around waist to cover the lower parts of the body, while the upper part left uncovered. Kutia Kondh women are fond of wearing ornaments like silver, aluminium, gold and beads, necklaces, brass earrings and nose rings, aluminium brass rings in fingers and toes, aluminium anklets, the glass and the aluminium bangles, which you can observe here. Dress is very simple. The upper portion of the body is covered with a single piece of cloth. which you can observe here. Generally, the women prefer to have good number of jewelry which made of brass, silver and gold and glass bangles. The impact of plain people can be observed here in the dress pattern of women. Here the woman has changed the dress pattern, and also the boys, which you can see here, the modern dress they are wearing. The Kutia Kondh villages are situated at the foothills or in the valleys near to the water streams, which you can observe here. The village is situated in a valley. Every village will be having a 2 rows of houses with a wide streets. Generally, the village streets are conformed to the east to the west, with the houses are facing to the north and south in a linear fashion. Based on the social organization of the Kutia Kondh, the construction of the houses are in a linear fashion. The Kutia Kondh are divided into 2 lineages such as Majhi and Jani. The Kutia Kondh belong to a particular lineage, has to live in a particular row only. Here we can see 2 rows of houses. The right side row belongs to the Majhi lineage families and the left side belong to the Jani lineage families. There is a clear-cut demarcation in the construction of the houses. Kutia Kondh houses are rectangular in size, having mud walls and floor. The grass thatched sloping roofs are supported by center and side poles. Each house had a long veranda and a short veranda in front of, separated by a main door entrance. The verandas are used for sleeping by grown-up children at night and grinding and husking purposes in daytime. The houses are divided into 3 parts, that is kitchen, living and store, which are often separated by wattle partitions. Most of the traditional houses with thatched roofs are changed into the asbestos roofs and also the tile roofs with the support provided by the integrated tribal development and also the tribal welfare department, which you can observe here. Most of the houses are with the tiles and asbestos sheets. The hearth is built around one corner below an overhanging wattle container to keep provisions and dry grains during monsoon. The middle portion, meant for living and sleeping, is furnished with mats and gutted cot. Pots, utensils, baskets, etc. are kept on a platform called bakho. Kutia Kondh constructed cattle sheds separately, which you can observe here. The ingenious way of construction of the cow shed. Here they will take utmost care for the living of the cows also. Every day they will clean both male and female the cow shed, which is a unique one which I have seen among the Kutia Kondhs. Nowhere we will find such a type of cattle sheds, which the gobar which they are producing will be used for as a manure for the crops. In some of the Kutia Kondh villages, at the entrance we can find the sacrificed pig skulls hanging. Kutia Kondh believe that these sacrificed animal skulls protect the village from the entering of the evil spirits into the village. The Kutia Kondh are non-vegetarians and eat fish, fowl, pork, goat, forest animals like wild boar, wild sheep, rabbit, etc. and birds of different kind, but they strictly avoid beef eating. They also consume tubers of potato like different kind of roots and tubers from the forest. Bamboo shoots are powdered and cooked as curry. They also use the powder of bamboo shoots as an add-on flavor to curries. Wild mushrooms gravy is the delicacy of Kutia Kandha. The staple food is jowar, millets and rice. A change in the food habits is observed. They used to consume millets in the past, but now they taken rice due to subsidized supply of rice through public distribution system. They also consume varieties of pulses, green leaves, edible wild fruits, roots and tubers. In the last 10 years, a major shift in the dietary habits have been taken place because of the impact of the forest policies and also the developmental programs introduced by the Government of India and the state government. Here you can see the ragi guyar, the ragi powder boiled with the rice and prepared a gruel, and they will be consuming it along with the pumpkin leaves curry. Here you can see the pumpkin leaves curry along with the gruel they are eating. That is why most of the people are anemic. This is the siyali plant. The seeds are collected from this. They take out the seeds and they will boil it and they will eat it also. Sometimes they will make it as a powder and make it as a curry. This is also one of the staple food. During summer season, when the food is not available, the Kutia Kondh eats the mango kernels, which you can observe here. These are the mango kernels collected during the mango season, and it is rinsed with the cow dung paste and dried it. During the summer, they will break these kernels and take the seeds inside, and they will grind it and they will powder it, which you can observe here. He is breaking and opening the seeds, and it will be collected in a basket, and he will be making it to a powder, and it will be cleaned in the water, that they will boil it and make it as a paste. That paste they will be mixed with some spices and salt, and they will be eating it, which you can see here the seeds, and he will make it into a powder and clean it with water, and the souring of the seeds will go. Then they will eat this paste as a food for them. Still they are following this method of preparation of mango kernel paste. Salab or palm sap is one of the favorite drink for the Kutia Kondh people. Both men and women used to consume the drink. Some of the Kutia Kondh possess salab trees. They extract the salab from these trees, which you can observe here, the salab tree, where the Kutia Kondh collecting the palm sap drop by drop. You see the method he adopted. The drop by drop, he has inserted a thin wooden stick, and the salab is falling into the pot. This way they will be collecting on an average per tree 4 to 5 liters will be collected in a day. So they will be pure salab they will be drinking and enjoying the everyday life. All the family members and the friends, they will share this drink. First they will offer this drink to the Mother Earth daily, then only they will be consuming. It is the culture and also the tradition they will be following. And all the members, they will share the salab equally. This is a regular feature in the village, morning and evening. Before going for podu cultivation they will take, after coming in the evening they will also take this salab. I had the opportunity to share the salab from almost all the 13 primitive tribes of Odisha. Every tribe have the practice of preparing mahua liquor, beer from the rice, and it is really enjoyable with these tribes in sharing the mahua liquor and also the palm sap. The concept of family has been found to exist since time immemorial and at all the levels of culture. In Kutia Kandha society, father is the head of the family. Descent is patrilineal or agnatic descent. The rule of residence is patrilocal. However, when a man acquires his wife through marriage by service, the son-in-law agrees to stay either forever or for a period of in his father-in-law's house after marriage, looking after his assets. Usually, this practice is confined to the families who doesn't have a male children. Neolocal residence is common after marriage. All sons share the father's property equally, that is, male equigeniture. Monogamy is a rule, but polygyny is also observed occasionally. So one can notice polygynous families along with the monogamous families in the Kutia Kondha society. The father or the eldest male member enjoys the authority. Women have no decision-making power, but she is consulted by men while taking certain important decisions. Even though women contribute to family income, they have little or no control over the family expenditure. Thus, decisions regarding the family affairs are taken by father or eldest male member of the family in consultation with the family members. The Kutia Kondha observes avoidance relations towards daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, younger brothers, with wife, etc. And clear-cut distance is maintained between younger sister-in-law and elder brother-in-law, and elder brother-in-law and younger sister-in-law. Similarly, avoidance is observed between son-in-law and his mother-in-law. The Kutia Kondha have extensive kinship network. They have kins in different villages. The kinship relations between villages are established through affinal relations, that is, marriage links. Marriage plays a very important role in kinship networks of Kutia Kondha society. Kutia Kondha families with different clan names and lineages classified into prescribed and proscribed families for entering into the marriage alliances. The social organization of the Kutia Kondha is based on the exogamous clans and lineages. Polygyny exists among the Kutia Kondha population. Here, his father had 3 wives and grandfather has 2 wives, and presently he is having 1 wife. So, if you look into from generations, the number of wives they are marrying is also reduced from polygyny to monogamy. Many of these people presently they are following the monogamy. Only few families are having polygyny. So this is also depends on the economic status of the people. Kutia Kandha follow different forms of marriage. The arranged marriage is called Dandina Goche. Love marriage is called Gushi Sato. Marriage by capture is called as Regina Anto Utere. Marriage by service is called as Garjo. Marriage by voluntary is called Soda Bate. The sororate and levirate marriages are called as Rava. Widow remarriage is called as Rande Ladu. Widow remarriage is called Randa Joy. Among all the forms of marriages, marriage by negotiation, that is arranged marriage, Dandina Gocha, is the most acceptable marriage among the Kutia Kondha people. Now we will ask them about the bride price. Payment of bride price exists among the Kutia Kondha people. One has to pay rice, wine, buffalo, glass, brass pots, arrows, and different kind of liquors at present as a bride price. Marriage by negotiation is one of the acceptable form of marriage among the Kutia Kondha, but it is very expensive and prestigious by performing by marriage by negotiations. The clan is an exogamous group. Some of the clans existing among the Kutia Kondha, which regulates the marriages, are Padunjuka, Puduvaka, Bangarka, Bandanka, Andaja, Dulka, Gunjika, Manja, Nondruka, Prepanja, Roldimika, Sakudaka and Oblaka are some of the clans exist among the Kutia Kandha tribe. The death is called as Saten. Based on the nature of the death, they follow both cremation and burial. The person having normal death are burnt in the cremation ground. In case of death due to smallpox or accident, falling from a tree, attack of the wild animals, the corpses are buried. The pollution period is observed by all the lineage members for a period of 8 days. In the pollution period, the Jani offers food every day to the departed soul during the prohibited period. On the last day, a feast is cooked in new earthen pot with millets contributed by the relatives and villagers, and everybody present in the occasion participate in the feast. Mahua liquor is also served on this day. A non-vegetarian feast is served to all the members who have participated in the ceremony. After 3 years of death, the Kutia Kondha perform a ceremony called Dukliye Rana, which is performed for the deceased person to purify the house and also to get rid of all the evils. The common name used by the Kutia Kondh for their worship of the deities is called Penu. The Kutia Kondh worships different kinds of Penus, that is gods, on different occasions. The most important deity worshipped by them is the Dharani Penu, which is also called as Mother Earth. The Dharani Penu represents by 3 pieces of stones. Kutia Kondh believes that Dharani Penu is the creator of the human beings who protects them and provides the progeny. In the middle of the streets of every village, we find Maria pole situated. The Kutia Kondh believe that the sun is the supreme deity responsible for good and bad happenings. The Kutia Kondh, having their own magico-religious specialist, Johnny performs a full-time magico-religious specialist of the village. The Kutka functions as a shaman who is an astrologer and a healer also. The Johnny performs all the major sacrifices in the village. The major festivals by the Kutia Kondha are Maria sacrifice, Tunikalu, Dashara, Kodango, Basa Dakinia, Dadbenia, Dakinia, Takkalu, that is Mango festival, and Kandulu festivals are the important festivals they will be celebrating annually. In the center of every Kutia Kondh village, we will find the village deities called Dharani Penu and Karamunda is the chief deities worshipped by every Kutia Kondh, which you can observe here. The Dharani Penu and Karamunda, which is present in the center of the village. On either side of the village deity Dharani Penu, they will construct the row of the houses. Every year they will perform pujas, elaborate rituals for this Dharani Penu and Karumunda. This god annually, and you can see here. पूजा करते हैं, बताओ नाम बताओ इसका नाम क्या है?
वल्ली वल्ली
दिस इज धरनी वाली, दिस इज धरनी,
धरनी वाली,
धरनी वाली, ये
तीनों टनी ना कृपा मुझसे धरनी वाली, जाकर वाली,
जाकर वाली,
तीनों टकेल ओसो वाली,
ओसो वाली, ये
गाटा वाली,
ये गाटा वाली, ये
भी गाटा वाली,
गाटा वाली, ये
ଇ କାଲୁ ଇଟିନା ବୋଲେ କାଲୁ କାତୁର ରଖବା ପାଇଁ ହେଲେ ଇଆଡେ ସିଆଡେ ଯିବ ନା
weapons. This is the place for puja. These are the three and four gods they will be worshipping in this village. तो इसका फेस्टिवल का नाम क्या बोलते हैं?
की पर्व बोलते हैं बेटा के पूजा
बांगुरा बांगुर
This festival they will call as a Bangur festival. How many days they will be performing this festival?
पूजा करे बेटा
ଏଇଟା ଜାନୁଆରୀ ମାସରେ ପୂଜା ହୁଏ ତାପରେ
କେତେ ଦିନ ପାଇଁ
ହାଁ
କେତେ ଦିନ
ସେଟା ସପ୍ତାହ ଲାଗିବ ଗୋଟେ ସପ୍ତାହ 8 ଦିନ ଲାଗିବ
8 days is an 8 days festival. 8 days festival which they will be performing for this god. These are the important gods for this Kutia Kondh.
The impact of Hinduism is observed in this village. The village is having a temple which you are observing here is a temple. In this we have Hindu gods worshipped by Kutia Kandha. They are Lord Vigneshwara, Sri Krishna, Narasimha, Subramanyam Swami, Ishwara, Puri Jagannatha Swami, and also they are worshipping the Tulasi. The traditional substance of economy for Kutia Kondh is Podu cultivation, supplemented by hunting and gathering in the forest. These are the Podu lands which you are observing here, cultivated by the Kutia Kondh people. These lands belongs to several lineages. All the families of the lineage work together in the fields and they will share the produce equally. This is the unique characteristics among the Kutia Kondh tribe. The crops cultivated by Kutia Kondh in the Podu lands are red gram, jowari millet, black gram, brinjal, millet, naisir, ragi, susan, ginger and other pulses, etc. Generally, the steep hill slopes with rich vegetation which is adjacent to the village is selected for practicing the shifting cultivation. The operation started from winter, that is January and February, when the patch is cleared off. The Kutia Kondh use axe and sickle to cut down the trees and shrubs respectively. These are allowed to dry up for a month or so, after which the time is set. Then the ashes are distributed all over the plot, which is fenced with wattle. The sowing of the seeds starts from June after the one set of monsoon, followed by racking with the help of hoe and weeding after 1.5 months. Small iron sickles are used for reaping the corn. Threshing is done on a clean ground specially prepared for this purpose by beating with the wooden sticks or trending of the animals. The grains and seeds are carefully stored in the storing baskets which are specially made by themselves with a bamboo. For their livelihood, the Kutia Kondh totally depend on the forest and forest produce. They collect different varieties of mushrooms, green leaves, shoots, tubers, roots, stems, flowers, fruits, seeds, mango kernels and other forest produce which are available seasonally. During summer period, they collect fruits like jackfruits, mango, pineapple and other fruits which are available in the jungle. They also collect the bamboo shoots along with the several green leaves and mushrooms. From the forest, they also collect honey, gum, lac, hill broom, fiber, sal leaf for the preparation of the cup and plates. The Kutia Kondh also go for small games and they catch different kind of birds which you can observe here for their food. The Kutia Kandha region is divided into a number of mutas. The muta is a revenue area. Each revenue area will be having a number of villages forming into a revenue village. Each mutta is headed by a mutta maji. He acts as a head of all the revenue villages. Each village will be having a traditional head called maji. His post is hereditary. The Johnny is a magico-religious head of the village. He is also active member in the political system of Kutia Kandha. The Muta Maji exercises his power at Muta level. The Maji looks after the social control of the village. Certain times, if necessary, the Maji invites Muta Maji for his help in disposing the cases. The Jani takes care of all the religious ceremonies and functions which are celebrated in the village. Cases of adultery, incest, elopement, divorce, remarriage, land disputes, theft are some of the cases which are dealt within the traditional council. A strong sense of collectivism prevails in their law. The oath and ordeal are main mode of evidence. Punishment is awarded in the shape of fine, compensation to the aggrieved party, communal fees, etc., depending upon the seriousness of the crime and the capacity of the person concerned. The collected fine usually spent in giving a communal feast or as an offering to the supernatural power for appeasing them. The most serious punishment among the Kutia Kondha is excommunication from the tribal village. The concept behind punishment among the Kutia Kondha society is also remarkable. They believe that punishments are to compensate the aggrieved, to purify the offenders, and to readmit the guilty person after paying a fine or after hosting a feast to the Kutia Kondha. Kutia Kondha believe that a breach of norm is likely to affect the whole society. It is also believed that the punishment awarded to the accused by the village council is actually by the supernatural power. The status of women among the Kutia Kondh is equal with that of men. Woman is given importance in all walks of life. Woman is the backbone for the family income and for the living. When compared to the men, the woman contribution to the family in all respects is more. Woman takes care of the domestic work such as cleaning the house, water fetching, collection of firewood for cooking, cattle rearing, collection of minor forest produce from the forest. Women work in the agricultural fields from seedling to harvesting. Women contribution to economy is very high compared to that of men. Woman has the freedom to divorce and to go for another marriage. Widow remarriage is allowed. The women participation is restricted in religious ceremonies or negligible. Women plays an important role in marketing their product of minor forest produce in the local shandy. She sells the product which has been collected from the forest, and also she purchases the required essential commodities like salt, tobacco, chilies, onions, and other items for the family. Women is also given equal importance in the decision making in all the affairs of the family.
The festival song which they are going to be singing here. Now it is in the midst of the fire. It is the night at 8 o'clock. They are the ladies of this Kutia Kondh village. They are going to give us a beautiful song. Let us sing. Guy. Really it is a little cold. In the cold we have the fire here. In the fire they are singing the songs of the festival in invoking the goddess Mother Earth. That is the importance of the song. as Jhumka, which will be a modern instrument using for the music. इसका नाम क्या है?
Tapka.
It is called as a tapka. One of the instruments which will be here uniqueness is that with the thread they will be beating this drum. This is a single skin drum made with the cow skin. This is also Jhumka, which you can see here. This is a dabkar, which is made with the goat skin here. This is the this will give a different kind of sound in this. This is the Kutia Kondh music. Music का क्या बोलता है आप लोग? इसका कुटिया कंध का म्यूजिक डांस का क्या बोलता है? नाम कुटिया कंध का एंदीना. This is called as his music is called एंदीना. Festival dance we are going to see now here. These are the young girls from this Kutia Kandha. They are going to dance now. Now they are going to perform song and dance of Chedi Dani. Yes. And with this small stick they will be using this one. It's called as Laudi. Laudi. Yes, baja. Now this is very simple. For marriage performances they will be doing this music instruments. It's called as Laudi. It's a marriage song. The boys are asking some of the that to fall in love with them, but they are rejecting. This is the song which we will be singing for for a long time. You can see here the song will be sung. Please the girls to be in love with them. That is the importance of this song, dance. This is a beautiful sight. You can see here how the hands are there holding and dancing together. It is a very important aspect of the tribal dance. The steps they are doing for the song and the dance, Sedi Buddha dance, that is marriage ceremony. The bride will be coming, they will be welcoming the bride and bridegroom. That is the song. They are singing in praise of the girl, about her work or friendship with them, and going for the forest for the collection of minor forest produce, everything. They will be singing in this song. Going to have a Maria dance. It is a harvesting festival dance, and also music we are going to have. These girls are going to dance Maria festival. That is a harvesting festival for thanks giving the God that they have given us good crops. That is the importance of this dance.
Kutia Kondh are having rich cultural heritage. Their songs, their dances and music is amazing, and it should be preserved. Here, this is the woman who knows about the rich cultural heritage of the Kutia Kondh. These type of women should be identified in all the villages, and they should be encouraged to develop and preserve this cultural heritage by giving training to the younger people. Here we can see the younger girls learnt the dance and music from this woman. As an anthropologist, I request the government of India and the Odisha government, the policy makers and decision makers to encourage
identified.
this type of folk songs, folklore and rich cultural heritage by giving an opportunity to preserve this culture.
Baro Kutia Kondh village. Now we are going to have with the young youth and also with young girl the problems of their we are going to discuss among these people. I think I request them to talk about the young boy about the forest problems, forest act. फॉरेस्ट का बारे में आपके क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है बताओ
सेटा फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट सब नहीं गले हम लोग तो सब जंगल पर निर्भर करूछंती
ओके
ये जंगल सफा करी की पोडू चाष करूछंती सेटा से फॉरेस्ट माने नहीं गले एबे
आप ये
जंगल को जीवा को भी मना करूछंती आप गुडिया काटी पारुनु
Now Kutia Kondha are facing the survival problem. Here you can see the Podu lands once they used to cultivate are taken away by the forest department for their plantation. Here you can see these are the Podu lands. From generations they used to cultivate the Podu cultivation. These are the lands taken away. You can see here and plantation has been done in these places. There is a problem you can see here on the left side. To me the Podu lands which are existing far away places also taken away by the forest department for teakwood plantation. Many of them became landless. Here you can see the patches of the Podu lands were taken away by the forest department and cultivated the teakwood plantation. This is one of the major problems most of the Kutia Kondha are facing presently. Most of them became landless and they became landless laborers and for their survival it is becoming very difficult day to day.
अच्छा
नाली जमीले बाड़ा ले नाले खाल डोंगर से जाना मन जीता डोंगर तो गुर्दो से फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट तो गुर्दो से अरे नाती ना मोदी फोटो लगा ना तो मोदी मंगे तो मैं ना आए
अच्छा आप इसको that is the important
Tribals they were cultivated in Podu lands.
It is okay. Now the forest has been taken away these Podu lands.
Yes, sir.
Now what the tribals are doing now? Once
Actually,
they lost these lands. Now what they have taken up? What type of work they are doing?
Actually, they have unable to cultivate here, sir. That's why they are migrating to some other.
Oh, this is the very important one because they lost the Podu lands. They are forced to go from to other states as laborers and earn for 6 months or one year, and they will come back with that money. They are living here. This is a pathetic condition.
These tribals.
These tribals. So what is your suggestion? What is you want to do?
No, sir. Actually, I want to give back to this tribal people to this land.
Okay. He is a social worker, Gangadhar, who is working in this area for a long time, and now presently he is doing PhD with me.
From generations we are living happily in this forest. Since the last 2 decades we are facing food problems because of the prohibition of Podu cultivation and restriction in food gathering and hunting in the forest. We used to have balanced food from the forest. Presently we are lost our resources from the forest. Now we are depending on the public distribution system rice provided by the tribal welfare department. Change in the food habits brought several changes in our health status. We lost our health status. Many of us facing the problems of joint pains and health problems. We are not accustomed to eat the rice 3 times a day, and also the rice which is provided is of not good quality. So we are becoming anemic day by day. I am recollecting my good olden days. See, my vision has been reduced and I am getting the joint pains and also the knee pains, palm pains, which are all due to the food intake which I am taking presently. As we are working in the Podu fields, the dust is falling on our face. Most of our women is suffering with the eye problems, which is a common, which you can observe here. These ladies all are facing the problem of the eyes and joint pains, because women has to work hard from morning to evening, not only doing household work and fetching the water, domestication of the animals, and also we have to go for forest to collect the minor forest produce, fruits, roots, tubers, and other leaves for making the plates. So these are some of the problems women are facing. Many of us are suffering. We are not able to feed our children 1 meal a day. That is the problem which these tribes are facing presently. The ration supplied to us is not in a regular manner. Once in a month or 20 days once they are providing the ration, which they are providing is also not sufficient for us. Once we are living happily in the forest, they have rehabilitated many of us, bringing to the plain areas, and they are not provided the good amenities for us. Most of us lost our traditional thatched huts, which used to have very good comfortable living for us. Now we are living in the asbestos houses and tiled houses, which is harmful for our health status. Due to economic problems, many of our men migrating as a daily wage laborers to distant places like Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu for months together. So this is one of the major problem our women and families are facing presently.
So now it is not existing.
Due to the interference of outside non-tribal and forest problems and programs, the Kutia Kandha are being exploited, alienated, and losing control over their environment, and thereby struggling to survive. The loss of forest is posing a great problem, especially for the women who take the responsibility to feed themselves and their family. The Kutia Kondh are struggling for their survival. Several of them lost their lands and houses because they are not having patta for their lands. Pressure on the lands has increased, so they are forced to shift their houses to the peripheries of the hill regions. The shift in the food habits changed the health status of the women. Many of the children, infants, and pregnant women and ladies are facing the anemic problem. Day by day, their health conditions are deteriorating. The doctor are not visiting to this place. They have to go for the private medical shops, and they have to pay money for the consultation. It is requested that a doctor should visit these villages at least once in a week to check their health status and provide the medicines. As though for namesake there is ICDS but is not functioning well. The nutrition food is supposed to be given for the pregnant and lactating mothers, and the children is not able to provide here in this region. She is telling, since morning to evening we have to work in the forest and the Podu lands and collection of the minor forest produce. Then only we can able to feed our children. This is the problem the Kutia Kondh people are facing in this region. Until unless a policy level decision has to be taken to develop these aborigines, otherwise they are going to perish. The Kutia Kandha Development Agency was established in the year 1982. Since then, they are trying to develop the Kutia Kandha people, but they are not able to develop because of many problems facing in this region. This is one of the educational complex which you are seeing here. The educational functioning of the educational complex is not satisfactory. when compared to other educational institutions functioning for the primitive tribes in Odisha state. This is one of the school which is existing in this region. There is not functioning, no teacher, no students. So many of the students are not going to the school because the teachers are not coming. Here you can see many of the children not able to go to the school because the teacher is not coming. As though the school is there, Anganwadi, all these are existing, but none of them are working. For namesake, the school is there, but no teacher is coming. The children are very much interested to study. Here you can see the Kutia Kondha boy showing his interest for the studies. These children should be given opportunity to build up their career.
So in this village they have several problems and issues associated. One is majorly with the forest department. The forest department is occupied their Podu lands. With that Podu lands they have converted into the take wood plantation. That is the major problem. They have, many of them are lost their lands. Now they are going, those who have lost their lands, the males are going out of the state for the labor, especially from Andhra Pradesh and Chennai and other places for their earnings and livelihood. Another problem is the water is the major resource problem. Only one well is there, that is provided with the forest department. With that they are drawing. During summer period the water will dry up from the well. Then they have to go for the streams for collection of the water. It is one of the biggest problem they are facing. They need the protected water. That the request is the protected water supply should be given to them. That is the major requirement for them immediately. For the health and other things, they have the problem of health problems. We have seen many of the children are malnourished and breastfeeding and infants and all people are malnourished. There is a need for special take care of this population for to give the balanced food and to develop their health status. That is very important one which you have to observe, which you have observed here. Then finally, which is important one is the education. They have the education in the school that is not properly functioning. In many of the schools yesterday I have seen is closed. No students, no teachers are there. So there should be a care should be taken that all the tribal schools should be functioning apart from that complex educational complex. That is one of the major demand from these people.
Kutia Kandha, biologically, genetically, culturally, a distinct population living on the earth. These people are living on the earth from generations. They are the pure breed with different culture and cultural heritage which you have observed in this document. So it is the need of the hour to save this population before they extinct from the planet. So there is a need for a micro project again for this development of these aborigines. It is requested that to save this population we should unite together and fight for their saving.
People of the village who have cooperated to make this ethnic vision for the throughout India and for the global viewers. That is a very important one. This is the dying culture. She is preserving this culture of the dance and songs. I wanted to thank her first thanks for her giving me the opportunity to come and film these songs and dance and other aspects. Thank you, and thanks for these girls. Thanks for these girls for extending the cooperation, and these boys, elderly man, and these boys also helped me in documenting this film. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
This is the only digital research channel in India producing the documentary ethnographic films on the endangered human populations and ethnic cultures of India. So subscribe this channel to know more about the endangered human population and